It was supposed to be a fun night at the mela. A group of friends laughed and rode the massive Dola under the moonlight. But when the fair ended, they realized they had forgotten how far their homes were. The only way back was a shortcut through the dark jungle, and something was waiting for them there. A group of 5 friends had been excited for weeks about the annual fair by the edge of the lake. The mela was set beside a cluster of towering palm trees and scattered coconut trees, with a serene lake reflecting the bright moonlight. The air was filled with the smell of roasted corn, sweet cotton candy, and the distant sound of carnival music from the Dola and other rides. Birds chirped faintly, though most had gone silent as night fell. They enjoyed every ride, every game stall, and every snack. Hours passed unnoticed, laughter echoing through the fairgrounds. But suddenly, the fair began to wind down, and they realized something terrifying. Their homes were nearly 3 kilometers away. The road was long, and waiting too long meant risking missing the last bus. One of the friends suggested a shortcut through the jungle. It was risky, but they were young and fearless, or so they thought. The path was narrow, lined with tall palm and coconut trees. Moonlight barely illuminated the twisted roots and scattered stones. The sounds of distant birds and occasional rustling leaves were the only companions. At first, the walk was quiet, filled with nervous laughter and joking. But soon, the feeling of being watched grew stronger. Shadows stretched unnaturally between the trees. One friend, Arif, paused. "Did you guys hear that?" he whispered. A faint echo of carnival music drifted from the direction they had come, though the fair had long ended. Suddenly, a bird cawed loudly, startling them, but the real terror came next. From the corner of their eyes, something moved tall, thin, and unnaturally fast. It seemed to glide between the palm trees, its eyes reflecting the moonlight like burning embers. They ran, heart pounding. The lake appeared through the trees, calm and serene, but it did nothing to soothe their fear. The shadows followed, closer with every step. Their phones had no signal. Every familiar sound seemed twisted into whispers calling their names. The group reached a small clearing. Coconut trees swayed, though there was no wind. One of them tripped over exposed roots. When they looked back, the shadow lingered, stretching impossibly tall, almost reaching the sky. The friends scrambled to their feet, sprinting blindly. Suddenly, the ground beneath their feet seemed to vanish. A cold mist rose from the lake, coiling around them. The shadow moved faster than thought possible. It whispered softly at first, "You shouldn't have come." They reached the end of the jungle and gasped for breath. The familiar streetlights of their village appeared, safe, or so they thought. One friend, Shabnam, looked back. Nothing was there. But later, in her room, she saw a shadowy figure reflected in her window, still standing under the moonlight near the lake. To this day, none of the friends dared take the jungle shortcut again. Some claim if you walk that path on a full moon night, you can still hear the echo of the Dola and the whispers of the shadow that waits for travelers who dare to take the dangerous route. If you have a real horror story like this, share it with us at updatefromem@gmail.com. We will animate the scariest stories on horror cartoon animation. Who knows, your story might be the next one to terrify millions.